So that emotional release was like looking at the truth. How like we as a people, we don't want the truth anymore. Like the truth is that bad that we don't want to look at it anymore. It's like this, we're so afraid to look at it because it's scary and it hurts so much. You know, I started making this YouTube channel, and I was trying to, well, wasn't really trying, but I looked up a few like how-tos on what to do, and there was like plans and things, and one of the questions was like, who's your audience, who's your target audience? And I wasn't really sure like who, like I wanted it to be for everybody. Like I don't want to exclude anybody, because that just kind of says that I'm different from you, and I don't want anyone to feel like you can't be there, like, or you shouldn't be there. Like, just the freedom to come and go. You can come if you like it, you can stay, and if you don't, that's okay too. You can go. But I would also really like to speak to the people that had things happen to them in their life where you kind of gave up on the truth, like kind of gave up, like things happened in your life. Like for me, I went through hell with my daughter, going through court. And the whole time I was thinking that I was doing the right thing. You know, I went in knowing the truth, which I was like, wow, this is so obvious what my daughter's been living in when she's not with me. And it was terrifying. It really was. I remember when I rang the police and I rang lawyers to ask what I could do, like, can I get my daughter out of this place? I went into this court system with the truth, and I was like, wow, this is, somebody's finally gonna understand. You know, the person that's helping you with the court case is like, wow, this is pretty serious. There should be no worries at all that your daughter should come out of there. I think, wow, okay, this is good news. And then, you know, you're standing up there representing yourself, armed with the truth. What else would you need, right? Against these lawyers that would just blatantly lie, like, and then you would nervously just prove that they've lied, and then there's no ramification for that. Like, it's like everybody just pretends that didn't happen. and it's like it gets swept under the rug, like right in front of you, and you're like, didn't anybody else in this courtroom just see what happened? Like, why? I thought we swore an oath, but then they lie like straight away, and you're like, whoa, what kind of system is this? And you're made to feel like nobody, right? Like they just destroy you. Like I remember I would have to sit there for like 8 hours to go in. So, you know, you don't want to drink too much water because you don't want to have to leave the room to go to the toilet, right? So you're in this intimidating environment. And then, so anyway, I took chewing gum to try and keep my mouth like just moisture. It's just such a long day. Anyway, I was so nervous I forgot to take it out of my mouth. And as soon as I got in there, and the judge called me up, is that gum? And I was like, you know, the penny hit the floor, and I was like, whoa, okay, it's like I've just spat in someone's face in here or something, and everyone just stares at you, and you're like, uh-oh. She just looks at me and says, swallow it. And I was like, whoa, are you kidding me? Like, couldn't I just take it out of my mouth and put it in the bin maybe? Or put it on a piece of paper? It doesn't really matter, right? No, she made me swallow it in front of the whole courtroom. It was humiliating. I was like, this is so weird. Like, why are we being treated like this? Like, you know, I'm like, maybe you got the things mixed up here. Like, the whole stack of paperwork's not against me, and I don't know if that's normally the case. It could be, I don't know the statistics. But, you know, it's not always the guy. So anyway, I swallowed my gum, and then it just went downhill, and I was like, okay, well, the judge, he went to make a decision, and then it was to give my daughter back, and I was like, whoa. And the guy that was helping me said, tell him that, you know, you think that he should like look at the evidence first. And the reason he wasn't was because the other lawyer said, you know, a complete lie, straight up. Like the first thing she said, because I'd taken my daughter away. I didn't give her back because I didn't want her to be in that situation anymore. And the lawyer said, Your Honor, something along the lines of, Your Honor, like the evidence, because the evidence leans in like agreement with the other side, we would like to reinstate the 50-50 custody that's already in place. And I was like, whoa, she just said that all of this paperwork is in their favor, and it's all, except maybe two things that weren't even related for me, are in the complete opposite position. And I was like, whoa, what do I do right now? And nobody in the court system like helps you. Like if you're by yourself, you're just kind of standing there, and you don't know when you can speak, you don't know anything. And then I had to ask, I was like, Your Honor, like, that's not true. Like, that's not the truth. Like, look at it. Like, actually just stop and look at it. They were about to make a decision about something they knew nothing about. And I was like, whoa, what is going on here? How does this happen? Is this what's happening to other people? You know, like, is it because I'm male? Like, I didn't understand. And I was like, wow. Anyway, we went through the system. And the truth wasn't enough. Like, the truth wasn't enough. And I was like, what the hell is happening? And the thing is that the only thing that's suppressed in the court system is the truth. Because if they had just given me the ability to get all the paperwork from all the different agencies, like child services, the police, like get all the reports, get everything, all of the things, and they all corresponded to what was written down. All the claims that were made were justified by the truth of the papers. And all I needed to do was to be able to make those public. And here's the best thing. It wouldn't have just made them accountable, it would have made the judge accountable. And I've heard since he's been stepped down or something for doing similar things. I don't know the truth of that, but that's what I heard. Anyway, so I thought maybe it was because I was male, or like maybe they were part of the same religious cult, they knew each other. Like, I couldn't work out, like, did they pay them off? Like, that's the only way, like, that this could have happened in that's all I could come up with, right? And so anyway, when you know that all you need is the truth to be made public, that everything will be put in the right place, and a system won't allow that, it's kind of weird, right? Like, what is that system built on? Doesn't sound like it's built on truth. Anyway, that's my experience. And so I want to talk to you. If the world seems to have like made you lose faith in the truth, like when like it's made you feel like the truth doesn't mean anything, or the truth's useless here, like I really want to talk to you guys, because you know, I have a friend, Heidi, and I shared my story with her, and she more or less had the exact same thing happen to her. And I was like, wow. So that blew the whole, maybe it's the male thing out of the water. And I was like, okay, there goes that idea. What's happened here? Why is she kind of in the same position as me in reverse, as a female? So I started to look at who we were as people, and like are we being singled out? Like, who are we? Who are we? Like, why us? Like, why are we being persecuted like this? And I was like, so I started to look at that. I've been looking at a lot of things with this whole God thing for a while. Anyway, so I looked, and I found that we were both like truth seekers. We were both seeking the truth, and we converged on the path, like met at a certain point, and at the same point in the road. Like, she'd been there a long time, but I'd just come onto that part of my journey, and that's where we met. And yeah, it was in reverse. I was like, wow. So I've just been really trying to work out, like, who are we? Why are we being suppressed like this when all we need is the truth? Like, why can't we just have the truth? Why isn't the truth able to be presented, like, to everybody? Like, where's the truth? Like, so yeah, I want to speak to, like, the other people that are looking for the truth. Like, we got to make sure we don't give up on it. Imagine a place based on truth instead of lie. It'd be nice, eh? Anyway, yeah, you guys, I want to talk to you guys, because if you might have similar things in your life, like not many people in your life. You know, people have a lot of friends these days, like a lot of friends. Like, they even tell you they've got like over 1,000 and stuff, and you're like, whoa, how do you manage that? Like, how do you manage your time? But maybe they're not all friends. And I was like, oh, because if I'm honest, I'm like, I've really got like maybe 2 friends, and we're not always close. But if you're really looking for the truth, you'll begin to cut your life down to make it really simple, because you're looking for like a feeling, not so much what it looks like on the outside. So you might have pushed a lot of people away because they don't feel like the truth, even though you love them like a lot. You might push them away because you can't handle like, it's like you're going by feelings. So when they're causing like this negativity in your life, you'll be like, whoa, and you'll kind of move away from it, like, okay, because I don't want to feel like that. So you'll move away from that, and you'll just keep seeking like that. You'll keep going towards like the feeling of the truth, what it feels like to be free. And like, yeah, freedom is like the best thing. You want that, right? You want to feel free, not like you're in captivity. Like, you'll know what I'm talking about. Yeah, the freedom. It's the best. So the idea is to stay in that freedom, and I've been trying to. It's not easy. I slip off all the time. It's kind of like walking the narrow path, right? I keep falling off both sides, and I'm like, but like, I'm doing this full time now. Like, I've stopped working, and like, I'm really focusing on this peace and the truth. Like, I really want the truth, and like, that's all I want to do. This is the beginning of that. I want to share my struggles and like what's going on, and because it gets pretty hectic at times. I'll share some stories. Where was I? I get sidetracked sometimes. The truth is, like, I love everybody, like everybody, and that's the truth. See, and the problem is that I can't feel that all the time. I just feel the negativity of the relationship. Just, I can't feel that, so I'm stuck in it. So I've moved away from everybody just so I can get some space to breathe. It's not easy in this world, but it feels good, like, to feel the truth of like how much you love everybody. And there's so many people in my life that I've pushed so far away because like there's something more important here on earth than keeping everybody happy. That's the truth. Like, and you need to feel that importance, not think it. There's a difference between like believing in something and knowing something, like, and not just knowing in the head. That's like half of it. But to know it in your body and in your soul, like, know it is important. It's not easy. It's never easy. I've been struggling a lot with this journey. Like, this world is so full of deceit, and it's been kind of like normalized, and You know, I went to court once, and on this particular occasion, like I'd had altercations with people previously, and because I'm just by myself, like they gang up on you, like they all make up stories and lies and put them in a thing called like an affidavit, which is supposed to be the truth, right? Like it's like a swearing by this law thing, and they just make stuff up like in bulk numbers, and you're like, whoa, okay, I know what it looks like. I look way outnumbered, but I'm armed with the truth, so it doesn't matter, right? That's what you think. That's what you expect when you understand the importance of the truth and you want it. And they were all lying about what happened, and I filmed the whole thing. And it wasn't until after everybody had spilled all the lies that I was like, my turn to speak, and I could say, well, I did film it. And then the judge was like, oh, can we see it, please? And we actually got to watch it. And I was like, wow, the truth's being shown right now. Like, this is amazing. Like, I mean, it felt good, right? And we played a movie that completely destroyed everything that was said from the other people. And after that, the judge, I could see he understood and could see the truth. And then one particular person from the other side even stood up and made a claim that was opposite to what the movie just showed. And looks at me, and I was like, as if I had to respond, and I was like, and I looked at the judge, and the lady that was like typing, I could see on her expression, she was like a bit shocked. And the judge looked at me, and I said, Your Honor, do we have to watch the movie again? And he was like, no, we don't, or he understood the truth, he saw the truth for his own eyes. And I was like, wow. And so like restraining orders went on the other people and not on me. And I was like, finally the truth got out this time, because I didn't film it the first time, see? So I had to prove my innocence. This is the worst thing. Like, you'd think that like that somebody has to be proven guilty, but I experienced the opposite. I was like, I had to prove my innocence. I was like, what the hell? Like, the truth is innocent. Like, the innocence comes from being in the truth. The truth got out, and I was like, yes, like finally, it was the best. So like, I don't know, it was good to have the truth to have been enough for once. It was nice. And so you think, oh wow, all these 25 people who've all just lied and made up stories, surely they're just going to get like reprimanded and fined like $10,000 each. Like, make it hefty, right? You get a lot more truth in the court system if there was a fine for being caught lying, right? But there isn't one. They all just move on with life. Court system forgets about it. No one gets punished for it. No one got punished. I was like, well, and these people are all claiming to be religious. This is what I hated. I'm like, you guys aren't making your religion, even, I know your religion, all religion is tainted. But that doesn't mean they're all true either. Anyway, I've gone off track. But yeah, if you've had things happen to you with the truth, like I want to talk to you guys, because it's almost like, I don't know, this world's trying to like punish the truth out of us, like punish us for wanting the truth. And I'm like, whoa. So I I've been looking at this stuff like a lot and trying to learn about it, and yeah, I want to share a few things with you if you're just looking for the truth, and we can share like what we've learned about the truth. And I feel like there's going to be a lot of people that have been punished, or just, I guess, oppressed is the word, for the truth. Like, you've been persecuted. You've already been persecuted your whole life for it, and that's one of the things people, I think get like a fear about stepping off the ledge and doing what God's told us to do, which is scary. I know I'm trying to do it right now. It's terrifying, but only when you're like not staying close to Him. We need to stay close to Him, which is the truth. Feels masculine, the truth, to me. That's what I feel. Feels masculine, like a father. Anyway, so yeah, we have to share the truth. So yeah, you've been persecuted your whole life. People read the Bible, and I mean, I try and read it. I mean, I don't want to be like religious or anything. Like, I don't want to really be labelled with any of those, or swing the banner or flag for any of them, because people don't like them because they're hypocritical, and that's the truth. They are. I've gone in and looked myself, and yeah, they are hypocrites, but so am I. But I really want to stop. Like, I really want to change. We can't, like, you can't not try something because other people aren't doing it the way that you would do it, because you want to do it right and do it properly. Just do it anyway. Stop judging them. It's hard sometimes, but you get frustrated. Like, what have you been doing so long? It's like the truth's being ground out of us, and that's not a good thing. Anyway, so yeah, I want to talk to you guys. I want to share my experience, and just want to keep seeking the truth. What does it mean? How do we stay there? Like, how do we bring it back? I learned that unless it's actually improving your life or heading in the right direction, don't worry about it. Don't stop and waste your time with it. You don't really want to go backwards. Anyway, so